Did you know that you can commit murder before you ever even lift a hand? Exodus chapter 20, verse 13 tells us it's one of the commandments. It's the sixth commandment, and it says, "You must not murder." 4 words, pretty simple, right? But in Matthew chapter 5, Jesus comes along, and as he always does, he fulfills the law. He brings fullness to the law, and he tells everyone that, okay, yeah, if you commit murder, you are subject to judgment. But if you even have anger in your heart, you are subject to that same judgment as if you had committed murder. And so he brings this fulfillment that is really, really challenging to all of us. Really, what Jesus is saying is that you commit murder in your heart before you ever commit murder with your hands. That's a real challenge for each of us. When you think about the resentment or the contempt or the anger that we have in our lives towards other people, situations, circumstances, it's a challenge for us. And so, what I really, really would love for all of us to do is to examine our heart and see if there is anger, resentment, contempt, bitterness stored up in there towards others. You see, the heart of the Father is reconciliation. That means bringing us back together, bringing us back to what we should be, mending us, restoring us. And that's what God has done for us through Jesus Christ. He's reconciled us to him where we were so far apart from him. Well, now, as people who say, I love God, if that's who you are, and you say, I believe in Jesus, now it comes to us to say, if my God is a God of reconciliation, then I need to be a person of reconciliation as well. So we need to examine our hearts and look how we're viewing other people. When you get down to it, it's this: as image bearers of God, that's who we are. That's how God created us, to be his image. As image bearers of God, our responsibility is to protect and preserve other image bearers of God. So examine your heart, see what you're holding in there, and see if you need to bring anything to the Father who has reconciled you to him through Jesus, and lay those things at his feet. Live in freedom, live in the way we were supposed to live, in wonderful relationship with God.